And it's just the beginning of the iceberg. It's the tip of the iceberg of all this stuff, the real true damages that they're facing. As now we're learning more about the PR people involved by Tag, Melissa Nathan, etc., Jed, all these people that were learning they had to build a gate in order to access their property over fears of their family being attacked. I had to tell my child at school. We've had threats. The source told we even had to build a gate for the security because of the court filings, because they doxed us. We heard about that too, that Blake's team just put all their addresses out for their homes because why not? Because she has no care in the world. Terrifying stuff. Even though she's always worrying about her safety, you put them all at risk.
The controversy surrounding Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively has taken a deeply disturbing turn. What began as a behind-the-scenes legal dispute has now exploded into something far more sinister, an all-out media and real-life war, dragging in innocent families, professional reputations, and triggering what some are calling one of the most toxic Hollywood feuds in years. According to multiple insider sources, Justin Baldoni, 41, and several key members of his PR and production team have become targets of anonymous death threats following Blake Lively's explosive legal accusations. The actress, now 37, shocked the industry when she filed formal legal complaints alleging that Baldoni sexually harassed her during the filming of It Ends With Us. But her accusations didn't stop at inappropriate behavior. Lively claimed Baldoni orchestrated a coordinated smear campaign against her, allegedly using his production company, Wayfarer Studios, and PR operatives, including Melissa Nathan and Jennifer Abel of the agency group, also known as TAG, to damage her reputation. But what started as a legal dispute quickly morphed into something more dangerous.
Look at these. You are literally one. This is to Jen Abel. You are literally one of the evilest people in the world. Terroristically, your Blake Lively campaign is on par with something you expect from, like, my idiot. Realize, like, this is sick. I hope you have the worst Christmas. You are a publicist. Your response was an insult to any person with an ounce of intelligence. Okay, yeah, you sound not crazy at all, idiot. Sending this from your name, like, hello, you know how easily trackable is how much harassment this is. This is the only hope that Stu is treat you like scum, flesh-eating, vile creature that you are and cancel you. This person should be ashamed of themselves, and I'm sure they know who they are. I'm sure they're seeing this. One woman has 2 small children under 4 and has been afraid to leave her house because of the sheer number of threats. Private home address has been leaked. That's been shared on social media with people threatening harm to anybody who works at the company. What they're doing to private people through their actions has caused despicable situations. Look at this. They'll bury you. Dear Tag, this is a message from Melissa. We can bury anybody. Melissa, I have more knowledge to do at Hollywood, knowing the dirty secrets of many directors because I am clothed in black. Some of the directors may know what that means. Before you go attacking good people like Blake, be sure of this. There are no secrets to those of us clothed in the darkest black of night. Do not know. What?
In court filings submitted by Lively's legal team, personal addresses of TAG employees were allegedly included. The result? A full-blown doxing incident. Almost overnight, Melissa Nathan, Jennifer Abel, and other members of Baldoni's inner circle became targets. The fallout was swift, terrifying, and deeply personal. One employee told DailyMail.com that they were forced to alert their child's school due to the sheer volume of violent threats they received. Others have installed high-security gates and surveillance systems around their homes. One mother of 2 reportedly became so frightened she hasn't stepped outside her house in weeks. The content of the threats? Beyond disturbing. Some of the messages labeled Nathan and Abel as the Hitler of publicists, terrorist evil, and other grotesque slurs. One email chillingly read, "I hope you fucking die." These were not idle internet insults. They were targeted, hate-fueled attacks designed to instill fear. The escalation didn't stop at threats. In a shocking twist, prosecutors in Illinois arrested a 25-year-old man named Eduardo Aragon in connection to an arson attack at the home of Steve Sarowitz, co-founder of Wayfarer Studios and a longtime friend and business partner of Baldoni. According to police, Aragon demanded $80,000 from Sarowitz's family and threatened to kidnap his daughter if they didn't comply. The threats were specific. He referenced her sorority house and even her upcoming graduation ceremony, suggesting he had been tracking her movements. Investigators later revealed that Aragon used paint cans and accelerants to start a fire outside the family's $1.8 million home in Highland Park. Thankfully, no one was injured, but the message was unmistakable. No one was safe. Aragon has since been charged with arson, multiple counts of intimidation and electronic harassment, but the broader implication of this attack has rattled Baldoni's circle to its core. What was once dismissed as just a Hollywood feud has now crossed over into violent criminal activity, sparking urgent conversations about the limits of public discourse and the terrifying consequences when that discourse turns into action. Another unexpected casualty of this chaos is Jed Wallace, a crisis PR expert who has worked with Baldoni in the past. According to Wallace, he was unfairly named in Lively's early administrative filings, despite having no direct involvement in the production of It Ends With Us. Her legal documents allegedly cited Wallace's private medical history, specifically a life-threatening heart episode that occurred while process servers attempted to deliver legal papers to his home. Wallace was never actually served, and when Lively's team filed their formal federal lawsuit weeks later, neither Wallace nor his firm, Street Relations, were included. But by then, it was too late. The media had already seized on the earlier filing, and Wallace found himself falsely implicated in one of the year's most high-profile Hollywood scandals. Multiple insiders say the situation has created a ripple effect of harassment, stress, and trauma for those tangentially associated with Baldoni. One PR executive said they've had to pull their elderly parents out of their retirement community due to safety concerns. Another has begun traveling with private security. The mental and emotional toll is becoming unbearable for many of the accused. And then there's the horrifying undercurrent that many are now afraid to speak about publicly: the wave of online anti-Semitism targeting Baldoni's team. Sources say that hate speech laced with anti-Jewish slurs has flooded inboxes and social media feeds, particularly aimed at Nathan, Abel, and several other employees at TAG. It's not just professional reputations on the line anymore. One insider said, "People are legitimately afraid for their lives." For those still asking how a dispute over a movie spiraled into chaos of this magnitude, the answer lies in the intersection of celebrity, power, public perception, and unfiltered digital rage. It's a toxic mix. A storm of weaponized fandoms, sensational media coverage, and deeply personal grievances, all feeding a cycle of retaliation that has now spilled into the real world. At its core, this isn't just a story about two celebrities at war. It's a sobering case study on how quickly public conflict can escalate, especially when fueled by viral headlines, unchecked social media vitriol, and the relentless pursuit of narrative control in a reputation economy. The stakes are no longer metaphorical, they're physical. Families are in hiding. Property has been destroyed. Individuals are hospitalized, and entire careers may never recover. What was once an isolated legal matter is now a spiraling saga of intimidation, misinformation, and real-world violence. And as the lawsuit continues to unfold, it's unclear what or who will be left standing when the dust finally settles. One thing is certain: this battle has moved far beyond the courtroom, and for everyone caught in its path, there's no going back.